How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the 2025 Arctic Leopard XE Pro S. If you watched my last video, I did a full unboxing, assembly, and first ride review of this bike. And so far I'm really impressed. I think this bike is going to be really nice to have for videos going forward. So far I'm loving this bike. I've had a blast on it. We've taken it out on a trail ride. That video will be coming out soon. But today we're going to be taking it out to the desert and doing a few tests for you guys. For those of you who don't know, this bike just came out in 2025. It's their first iteration of the XE Pro S. It is a 72 volt, 20 kilowatt bike with a 55 amp hour battery. This bike tops out the list for range for the mid-size bike category. As far as I know, this bike has the biggest battery of all the mid-size bikes, and it's one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful bike in the mid-size class. There might be one or two other bikes that have it beat, but one thing's for sure is this bike has more than enough power for some pretty experienced riders. On the website it claims to have a top speed of 60 plus miles per hour. I've hit just above that, but today I'm going to take this out in the desert on a couple of trails and we're going to do a few tests. If there's anything I haven't covered or any questions you have, feel free to post them in the comments and I'll see about answering as many as I can. That's about all the information I can think of off the top of my head on this bike. I almost hit that hawk. This is good. That was a pretty steep hill. Honestly, I hit that pretty slow. I probably could have hit it a little bit faster, but in mode 2 I didn't brake traction at all going up that, so mode 2 definitely seems to have plenty of torque for getting up pretty steep hills. And you get into mode 3 and you'll be able to rip up some pretty good hills with some speed, but if you're not going fast enough, it really just wants to throw gravel instead of getting you up the hill. I have ran into a couple of points where I had to switch it into mode 3 to get up something that mode 2 couldn't handle. But mode 2 is definitely plenty capable. Like I said, it doesn't break traction bad at all. I think if these weren't dual sports, mode 3 would definitely be my go-to. But I think mode 3 is a little much with these tires. It likes to throw gravel pretty easy, which I don't care too much about. I don't do anything real crazy. Oh yeah, mode 2 is definitely the go-to, because that's a pretty long, pretty steep hill. Not anything too crazy, but I'm 5'11" and 195 pounds, and this just got me up that just fine. Honestly, didn't break traction too bad at all. I think mode 3 would have just been slinging rocks with these dual sports, which, like I said, I'm not complaining. I like these tires. they do just fine for what I like, which is a little bit of street riding, a little bit more trail riding. I'm a little scared to do that full speed run. I'll work my way up to it. So far, I think I like the shock settings. I think I might still go a little bit softer in the front. Just so that way when I'm hitting these smaller bumps and rocks, that's a little bit easier on the bike. The rear feels really good. Feels like I can put the power to the ground just fine. The rock. There's a pretty good battery rattle with this bike, but there's a couple of tricks for getting rid of that I've seen, and I'll have to try a couple of them out and see if I can solve that. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can still hear what's going on around you if you have buddies with you and you can chat with them. I'm just kind of out here exploring some trails out in the desert. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just kind of looking around for places to keep testing the bike out. Also, I got my new helmet, and I'm trying out this chin mount, seeing if I like it. So far, from my perspective, it seems to be pretty good. I don't know about for you guys, but yeah, we'll keep going. I'm gonna try mode 3 out for a bit. Definitely has quite a bit more pep to it. Oh boy. Yeah, I might need to adjust that front fork a little bit. It's a little rough yet. Still a little stiff, I think. Maybe even more stiff than before. Please close gate. Oh, shoot. It doesn't really scream private property to me. I think we can keep going. Probably about time to turn my headlight on. That's one thing that a couple people have complained about is the headlight being real narrow, which you might be able to kind of see that. Honestly, I think when it's in the high beam setting, it's not really that bad. I think I need to set mine pointing a little bit lower. But honestly, I'm able to see in front of me pretty good in the dark. Yeah, mode 3 definitely breaks that back tire loose pretty easy, but still really manageable on whatever you're doing. you go ripping down a trail too fast, you're not really looking where you're at and enjoying the view as you go. You're just more focused on what's right in front of you on the trail and try not to crash. So what interested me most about this bike is its battery capacity. Having a long range is really what I'm very interested in. It probably won't be too often I'm riding this thing in Mode 3 and 4 and running this thing at its full 20 kilowatts, but the fact that it's built and engineered to be able to do so means that when I ride like I like to ride, or if I ride in a group, I'm going to be getting the best range possible, and that's the most important thing to me, is being able to go as far as I want and as fast as I want. And I think this bike goes faster than I want on the trail. So my trip mileage is at 5.5. I did put, I think, about 12 miles on this battery riding through town. So sitting at 59% battery after, what is that, 17.5 miles. That's not too bad. This was see what Onyx says about where we're at. I see something called Mud Spring up ahead. I'm sure it's just a cow watering spot, but I'm kind of curious, and so I'm using Onyx to try to find it. There's not exactly like a plain route to get there. I'm just gonna kind of keep track of it as I go. It looks to me like I'm gonna fork off to the right, and then the next split I get to, I'm gonna take another right. All right, let's check it out. Well, this is gonna get old, but I think I'm gonna try Mode 2 for this. I don't know how it looks on camera, but this is not, it's not terrible. Yeah, even Mode 2 is throwing rocks on that one. One thing you definitely want to be careful about is making sure that you're not getting out somewhere where nobody knows you went, where you don't have cell service, and you know, you come out here and you break your arm or get hurt pretty bad and you're not able to ride out. Make sure people know where you're at and what you're doing. Oh, the thistles. All right, So this is where I'm supposed to go. I need a holster for my phone in my boot. This is what I was looking for. Maybe. Mud spring. Kind of a neat little shack, pump house thing. Wonder where exactly the spring is. I think it's up there. I think this is technically it. In there. No. Oh wait, yeah. This whole thing, I guess. Man, I need a helmet light. Oh, the thistles. Don't need to fall and break my collarbone or something. Way out here. Yikes. That's a deep drainage. That's what I'm looking for when I'm saying I'm trying to be careful not to fall into something. That would ruin your night. That would definitely ruin your ride. And it'd be pretty hard to see if you're coming across here at a pretty good clip. Honestly, I still need to be careful that this drainage doesn't somehow turn towards the spring and pop up and surprise me. There's a rabbit. There's a lot of noises going on here. I think it's time for me to get out of here. Yeah, there's a bunch of things moving around in there. I think it's time for me to go home. There are mountain lions out here and other predators, so it's about time I get back. But yeah, I kind of randomly picked out Mud Spring on the map to try to go find. And I noticed there's a lot more springs all over here. That might be kind of an interesting video series, trying to come out here and discover all the different random springs and interesting landmarks. I guess let me know in the comments if that's something anybody's interested in. You can get Cam out here and a couple other people on the mini bikes. See how far we get. Honestly, I should really be tracking where I'm going so that way I can backtrack, but you know, that's not how I plan things. Bike's doing good on battery. Camera's doing good. I've got a backup if I need it. I can at least see the water tower up there I stopped at. "14 miles. I think I'm just gonna backtrack the way I came. No sense in getting myself lost here. I do have to go by the spring again, which is fine. I don't think I need to go too far past mode 1 when I'm in the dark. And we're back. Kind of. Still got a ways to go. Honestly, mode 1 was getting me right up this hill. just fine. It's not too bad. I do think I need to, like I said, point that headlight just a little bit farther down. But at least I can see what's coming from a ways up. All right. We're sitting at 11 miles. Add the 12 to that. We're sitting at 23 miles total. Note to self, don't forget you left your bike in mode 1 when you go to bend over and pick something up, and don't bump the throttle. Rookie move. Man, I really got myself out here. It feels farther than my range suggests. Interesting. You know, we're out here. I definitely think if I can convince a few more of my friends and a few more of the guys from the channel to get some bikes like this, we could have a pretty good group going for planning more trips and going on farther away rides. I've got quite a few trips planned already, a few things in the works. Few ideas I'm tossing around, but yeah, it'd be great if I could get just a few more people on these. Camden's at the coast right now. He's gonna be spending the summer over there, and I might have to plan a trip to go visit him over there. He's got his heart set on the Arctic Leopard as well, so it'd be sweet if he got one. Man, I wasn't planning on doing a night ride, but kind of just went that way. There we are. Just long enough. All right, that puts us pretty close to the end of this trail ride. See about getting the rest of the way back safe. Yeah, I think definitely the next step is going to be to get more people on these bikes. I like the Arctic Leopard a lot. Other people might have their preferences, but they did a really good job with this bike. It's great. Oh, there's one of the kangaroo rats. It's great for entry level, it's great for experienced riders. All around, I think they did a fantastic job building this bike. You can dial it back and be, you know, comfortable at any level, or even ride with groups of people where maybe you're going a little bit slower, or even just sightseeing. It's fun at low speeds, it's fun at high speeds. It handles both really, really well. And honestly, for the money, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I paid $5,400 for this bike. And for the money, I don't think there's a better bike out right now. I know e-rides are fantastic bikes as well. I had my heart set on one for a while. All right, let's see about doing that top speed run. stretch right there was enough to hit the top speed. Jeez, mode 4 is insane. What the heck is on the road? All right, well, I just got back to the house. It is 10:21 at night. That ride went a lot later in the evening than I expected. Doug's happy to see me. The total trip miles were 18.8. So factoring in the 12-mile ride I did before, that's 30 miles that I put on the bike, and it brought me down to 49% battery. That's really not bad for the type of trail ride I just did. I had a blast. It handled really good on the trail. I was able to hit some pretty good speeds. It did really good on our last trail ride as well. I'm still feeling really great about this bike. We also did our top speed test. I'll put on the screen somewhere what we got up to, but they marked the bike as 60 plus miles per hour. So I'll put up on the screen what we hit in the top speed test. But all around, I mean, I'll never really need that top speed in the dirt. It's nice that it has the capability though. Like I said, they built the bike to be able to go that fast and to be able to handle a lot. So if you're riding it at a lower level, you've got a bike that's capable of a lot more than you're willing to do. It means it's gonna take it a lot better than a lesser bike would take it. You're gonna get a lot better range out of your batteries. You're gonna get a lot farther on your trail rides. Yeah, overall, I'm just having a great time with this bike, and I'll keep posting videos as I take it out more often. And if there's anything I haven't covered that you're curious about, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll answer as many questions as I can. And I'll just keep putting more videos out and keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.